so happy to be first. It lets me know that Pauline thinks I'm the least funniest of all her friends.
Yeah.
Is this a duet? I didn't know. Okay. Okay, you guys can hear me, right? Double fisted. We're off to a great start. How are you tonight? You guys seem like an awesome crowd, and a crowd is very important to a show. The comedians are important, we gotta get the laughs. Sometimes the audience isn't what they could be. Give you an example. Last month I was hosting a benefit for Officers Ramos and Lou, the two cops who got killed. And I was hosting it at Broadway Comedy Club. But it was a benefit, so it was comedy and music, which normally go great together. Like, don't get me wrong, comedy and music go together like, you know, coffee and donuts, but, you know, this night comedy went together like coffee and Cosby. It sucked. Like, it was insane, because I went up, I did my whole act, my usual act, not a laugh, nothing. They weren't interested in me. So I was like, great, this crowd's they're gonna be great with the other 4 comics. I went and sat down, the first band goes up, and it's 4 60-year-old white guys covering R&B and soul music, because there was a market for that, I guess. And the singer goes up and says, you know, it was cold today, but it'll be hot tamale. And they all fucking laughed! So sometimes the audience needs a little work, but you guys seem awesome. I like you guys. But you know, with that show, I kind of won the audience, because like Pauline said, I do political comedy. So I'm not doing it tonight, don't worry, you can unclench your buttholes. I bounced on stage, I was going between the acts, and I was doing political one-liners, like topical jokes here and there, and I kind of had them. They were okay, they started to laugh. Then I did a no-no. I went up, and this was the joke. In front of like 20 old people in their 40s, all white, and this was the joke. You know, Stephen Colbert ended his show lately, you know, a couple weeks ago, and that really sucks, because I loved Colbert. Colbert Report was awesome. And I should have known, because I said any Colbert Report fans, and no one clapped. And then, you know, John Oliver's been off the air too. Gee, you'd think with all these fake news shows going away, Fox would take a hint. Yeah, they booed. They didn't like that. Turns out a bunch of 40-year-old Republicans don't like it when you make fun of Fox. Go figure. Oh, Lord. My jokes get me into trouble all the time, because, you know, I'm a sarcastic little wise ass, and I get into shit all the time. You know, before I became I don't know why I keep doing this. Before I became a stand-up comic, I would write jokes and post them on Facebook. And because I try and get a laugh or two here, like a bunch of likes, and I still do that today to like test out material. You know, I post it on Facebook, and if it gets a lot of likes, it goes in the act. You know, as you can tell, my standard is 2. Myself included, I count. I'm a person. My life matters. So a couple years ago, 2 years ago, I believe, I saw Adele on TV, and I'd never seen Adele up until this point. And I was like, whoa, homegirl eats. So I wrote on Facebook, holy shit, no wonder Adele's rolling in the deep. Her mattress imprint's deep enough for a kiddie pool. And, you know, I thought it was funny, because, you know, all that matters. Yeah, a bunch of women let me know that wasn't funny. I got yelled at. And, you know, I invited a bunch of them to my first show like a year later, and a lot of people came, a couple people who got mad at me for that. And me being me, I closed with that joke. Because fuck them. Oh, Lord. I get into trouble all the time. It's ridiculous. My sense of humor and my sarcasm, my sense of humor and my sarcasm actually got me into a little bit of trouble once. I almost got arrested, believe it or not, because you know, I'm such a sarcastic little bastard. Although I'm so likable, wouldn't you agree? All right, they like me. Meet me after the show. So, in high school, I was in the school plays, because I liked being on stage, and I was still unsure if I was homosexual or not. And we were going, I was about 16, 17, and we came to the school on Saturday night to do the show, because we're theater kids, we don't have anywhere to be on Saturday nights. And we got to the school around 6 o'clock, show starts at 8, and the rent-a-cop at the door wouldn't let any of us in, because he doesn't know who we are. I'm like, motherfucker, we're here for the play. He's like, I can't let you in my building, in my halls, come into my school. You know, some motherfucker, Paul Blart over here thinks he's in charge. So I cracked to my friend, I was like, oh, it's his school now, huh? And, you know, he overheard and he got mad. He wasn't a fan of that. He was like, oh, okay, smartass. You want to, you know, be sarcastic with me? You're not allowed in the school. Everyone else is, you're not. So I'm 16. I've never been in trouble up to this point. So I go in anyway, because fuck it. So he starts following me into the school, and he goes, you know, I can get you, you can get arrested for this. You're trespassing. And, I'm going to tell my superior on you. So me, I want to push him over the edge. So I'm like, if you have to tell your superior, it's not your school, is it, buddy? I know, he didn't like that. So he's going, what's your name? What's your name? And I had John Lennon on my shirt, because fuck yeah, Beatles. So I said, John Lennon. So he starts going onto his walkie. John Lennon's in the school. John Lennon is in the school. So we get to the auditorium, and there's the play director, and he runs up to her and goes, "Ma'am, that student's being very disrespectful to me." Who? John. John who? John Lennon. And she's looking at him like, what? So he starts pointing at me. Yo, John Lennon right over there. And she's looking at me going, Anthony, move, I can't see. So he's pointing at a wall for a good 30 seconds going, that student is bad. Finally, he singles me out. He goes downstairs. She grabs me. She goes, what'd you do? I tell her. She goes, go apologize to him. Come on. Don't be an asshole for once. So I go down. I knock on his door. He comes out. He comes out of the office. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I disrespected you. I feel so bad. And he's like, as a law official, because you disobeyed me and came into school anyway, that's trespassing. And I was going to have you arrested for that. I was like, holy fuck, you're a law official? Could have fooled me. God, your fucking badger is fit. I've seen women with bigger orgasms than your fucking, more orgasms realer than your fucking badge. Jesus. I like that word. So, I apologize. He's like, yeah, whatever, just don't do it again. So I go back to turn around, go back upstairs. He goes, hey, buddy, come on. I just thought because you had Lennon on your shirt, that was your nickname. I know who John Lennon is, buddy. I was like, yeah, oh, fuck yeah, right on, that's awesome. He goes, dude, I love the Rolling Stones. Rent-a-cops. What else do I want to talk about? Pay no attention to the comedian looking on his phone. So, I work at ShopRite, unfortunately. And it's actually perfect for me, because in college I actually majored in film. And majoring in film is such a bad idea. Majoring in film, I wish I could go back in time and tell myself no. Like, I knew I was in shit when I walked across the stage and they gave me the diploma case and I opened it and there was a welfare application. Majoring in film sucks. Like, at the end of every class, you sit there, you watch movies at the end of every class. At the end of the term, every professor waves and it's just like, I'll see you at the movies, instead of the more, see you at the unemployment line. What a fucking bad idea. But I had a backup plan. I knew, maybe this isn't gonna work. Maybe film isn't the way to go. So I minored in television. My dad is so not proud of me. I can't help it, I just hate money. So I've been doing comedy for about 2 years, as you can tell by how fucking shitty I am at it. And I've done a lot. I write for a political show. I roast master. I've been roasted. I've been a roastee. I'm on this show, on that show, I do this. And I'll never forget my first time on television, which was awesome, which was also my only time on television, probably for the rest of my life. I got asked to be on the Staten Island comedy show, which is on CTV. Come on, guys, don't be so impressed. It's not real TV. My apologies to Jay, no offense. So, oh man. So I go there and I get filmed, I talk to the host, and it was funny, not like Fallon, but, so I do my stand-up bit, I get ready, I leave, I'll stutter. So I do stand-up, I leave, and they tell me, we're gonna call you and tell you when you're gonna be on the air. So I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, that's awesome. Don't hear from them. A week later, some old woman at work goes, hey, I saw you on TV last night. Son of a bitch! This is the demographic I'm being marketed to. Old women who only have cable. So I call CTV, I'm like, hey, when is this gonna be on? I wanna see me. So they're like, oh, they call me a day later, like, this Friday at 8, you're gonna be on. So I'm like, all right, fuck yeah. So I tell my friends, I tell my family, You know, and on Friday night around 7:55, I have my family around, my girlfriend, my best friend, we're all watching the TV. I have people texting me, yo, I can't wait to see you on TV tonight. I'm so pumped. And then at 8 o'clock, the screen goes black, and a bunch of exercising women doing yoga come on. And I'm like, well, that's not right, that's not me. Maybe this is the introduction to the show. It's not funny, but hey, neither am I. And so then it turns into like this talk show about dieting. I'm like, this sucks, fuck them. And I'm like, wait, I know that dietitian. She works at ShopRite. And for an hour, she talked about how great ShopRite is. My one TV comedy debut got bumped for an hour-long ShopRite commercial. Fuck me, right? But listen, you guys were great. Thank you so much. I was just going to give you the mic, but okay.